Awesome. So
Heyo.
that wasn't troublesome or anything. If these people only knew what I have to go through to make sure that their videos are not horizontal.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
guys.
unfortunate.
So in this video, we have Dollar Tree canvas paint and Dollar Tree paintbrushes. And, you know, some BS figure nobody cares about. I mean, who cares about a Space Marine? But
Do you want some absolute blasphemy?
Go for it.
There's a skin in League of Legends that obviously there's Gangplank the pirate, where he sort of looks a little bit like this. All the dude is missing is a mechanical eye patch.
Mechanical eye patch?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, at least I'm not painting Tau.
Aw, but why not?
You really want to know why?
Well, I know one of your friends is very big into Tau.
Oh, several of them. The reason why I almost never paint Tau unless it's commission is because when it comes to Tau, people don't get rid of their stuff. As we're Space Marines, I mean, you could check Facebook Marketplace and sometimes pick these up for free off the side of the road.
A bit of a supply issue then?
There might be a large amount of Space Marines out there in the world. Just maybe.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Okay, I am trying to get all this garbage out of the packages. Got a red paint. See how that looks. Oh my god. Can you see that? It's just...
Oh my lord.
It's just a chunk of paste.
Well then. We'll call that the cap stopper. Yeah.
Oh. This reminds me very much of the old school Warhammer paint. Back when it used to come in like the little Play-Doh containers. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh, maybe not. But it is gelatinous.
I see.
Okay. So we're going to paint with this. Oh god, I must hate myself.
This is a level of joy that you don't normally see. Oh my lord. You said this is water-based?
Yes. And oddly enough,
more like it's clay-based.
It feels clay-based. But I am glad to say it does not have some wretched stank.
Okay.
It's just a pile of blue shit.
Some water required, I guess.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about adding paint thinner.
Oh lord.
Oh, it is so thick. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. It doesn't even want to mix. Look, I can drag it up the side of the plastic, and it comes right back down and doesn't stick.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a nice goober.
Just keep mixing, just keep mixing. Oh,
Well, I mean, if you're able to get a good paint out of it when you're done, I mean, it goes. Would you say it's down to product or down to skill at that point? Because you are using what you consider to be low-end product, right?
Oh, this is the cheapest thing I could find from a Dollar Tree. To say this is a low quality product would be an understatement. It's not even meant to be put on plastic. I'm pretty sure it's like, I think it's meant to be put on a canvas with a putty knife. I don't even think you're supposed to use a brush.
Oh, wow.
This is going to be interesting because I don't think it's going to dry very fast either. Might have to cut on the compressor and blow some air on it just to get it dry quicker.
Well, I mean, it's certainly going to be interesting final product.
If I'm being honest, as big of a pain in the butt as it is, I'm thinking it's probably still better than Citadel.
Ooh.
Why, may you ask? Because I feel like I'm going to have to add a ton of water to this to make it even sit on a paintbrush. But not only that, like 5 tubes of paint for $1, and you can't buy a pot of Citadel paint for $5. Okay, this is a big old fatty. And these are the cheapest paintbrushes I could find. They also came from the Dollar Tree. The name on it literally just says round. That's all it says. It's just round. What's the package? Crafter's Square. Actually, now that I look at it, the brand of everything here is the same brand, actually. It's all Crafter Square. The paint, the brushes, it's all the same product company. Oh, wow. Boy, this is Papa Smurf Blue. Ooh, and when you wipe it off the brush, it really wipes off the brush. Like, it is very transparent.
Well, you know, as much as we might be poking fun at the paint itself, the coloration actually looks similar to what I've seen on a number of cars at the track.
Okay. So I've already learned one thing. I put a little wipe of it on the base here. See, right above my thumb. I just drug the brush across with some blue paint.
Right.
It's not going to cover black primer. I feel like the only way I'm going to get this to work is if I paint it white.
So, opposite of the Rolling Stones, then.
Hold on, I got an idea. I want to make sure that I keep with the Dollar Tree theme. Wet n Wild, which is a Dollar Tree makeup brush. And it has had a lot of love because I use this all the time. All right. Let's see what this nonsense looks like. And it really does look like clay. It feels like baking soda. Oh, God, that's so nasty feeling. So it's wider than it claims to be. So that's good.
I was figuring that might end up be the case simply because you want enough contrast that people can tell what it is, rather than getting a pure white container there when all the other ones have paint splotches.
I want cadmium white.
All right.
So I'm thinking if I can find a balance here with this, which is probably impossible, so I should just do it. I'm going to use this dry brush loaded with white paint, and I'm going to attempt to dry brush this because I'm thinking the blue paint is going to act more like a contrast.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to dry brush it good. I'm just going to wipe it on there. So normally when you dry brush, you want to do short, small circles, get a good cloud effect. But because of what we are doing, we're totally throwing that out the window. The goal now is just to get it to a point to where it'll accept paint. Like, yeah. Well, that tornado outside's starting to sound a little rough. Man, this is the chalkiest crap. So that's it with dry brushing. And it is definitely chalky. And I have a feeling as soon as a wet paintbrush touches that, it's just gonna wipe it off. So let's cut the compressor on. We'll blow some air on it. I mean, it feels dry. And it's not wiping off immediately. Oh, God. Oh. So, seen a lady today.
Okay.
She was all excited to go to her new job interview. She was just,
All right.
you can tell she was all dressed up and she was feeling like, I don't know, hot trash. I don't know. She was pretty happy with herself at the moment. And I don't know why, but she walked up to me and goes, "Do you like my outfit?" And I giggled under my breath and I was like, "Yeah, you look great." She jumped in her car and drove off. So if this is her eye, she had like 1.5 eyelashes going across her eye. But to the left of the center of her eye, her glue from her eyelash had come off. So her eyelash was sticking up like this, like a half round, sticking straight up in the air.
Oh, no.
And I just could not stop staring at her. And I guess she thought I thought she was pretty. The truth of the matter was, I was just very distracted. Okay, this heavily reminds me of oh god, what was the name of that brand of paint? They've changed their formula.
Talking about the army painter?
No, Cuttlefish.
Ooh.
There was a brand of paint a while back ago called Cuttlefish. There was also a brand of paint called Reaper Bones. I'm pretty sure they still exist, but they had a line of what we call gel-based paints. Now,
Okay.
in the miniature world, gel-based paints have their place. They're good for wet blending, things like that. In the hobby circles, well, we kind of hate that stuff. We need a bigger brush. More butter. And I'm pretty sure this is gel-based paint. And it is doing exactly what I said it would do. It's wiping off the white paint as soon as it touches it. This reminds me of that blob model I did.
Oh.
Yeah. Because every time I touched it with a brush, it just kept wiping off the paint, and then it even wiped off the undercoat after a while. Like reactivated it. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, there we go. We're professional painting now.
Cooking with gas yet?
God almighty, no. I swear, if it wasn't like a severe thunderstorm outside right now, I'd put this guy in the barrel of the shotgun. We'll save that for a different video.
All right. You'll have to pick the most blasphemous. See what I did there?
Oh. So, you know, I've got a 50 cal. We could put a Space Marine inside a 50 cal.
Interesting.
It would literally be blasphemous. It would be the biggest bang a Space Marine could ever go out on. Brother. Wow, this is so terrible. All right. I feel like I'm not giving this a fair shot if I don't try using it straight out of the tube. And I just stuck my finger in that. It feels like I don't know. Feels like nasty. And not that nasty, the nasty kind of nasty. It feels like cold
Yeah.
mashed potatoes.
Oh.
With some slime.
After it's been cooked once and you. Oh God, yeah. That's an image that I don't particularly care for.
Yeah. All right. So to give this a fair shot. All right, that's a natural hairbrush. The paint is so thick, a natural hairbrush doesn't even want to pick it up.
Oh, goodness.
Because the bristles are too soft. And I just tried to force it.
And it pulled right out?
No, it essentially braided the bristles.
Oh, goodness.
So if you look here where I'm pulling it, it's actually separating. And that's straight out of the tube.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is not happening. Nope.
I mean, I suppose if you really wanted a thick coat,
Like, how thick?
a winter coat thick.
Like, Fritz should get out the UV resin and make it thick, or so thick that the guards are alerted.
Oh no, I'm talking pauldrons that are so thick that you can see them from a mile away.
Brother.
Oh, he won't even sound like that. He'll be so muffled that it'll be indistinguishable.
So you know, most of these videos I do are on request.
Okay.
You know, I have a request to do a rubber ducky ball gag. A how-to video.
All right. So, are we talking like a ball gag that you bite down on, but it's made out of a rubber duck?
Yes.
Okay.
How to make.
So turn your everyday bathtub ducky into a gag.
Oh, I've already figured it out. I just need to go out and get the stuff. Plus, Rubber Ducky used to be my nickname, so it's like it just feels so wrong. This paint job is going nowhere quick, but I feel the need to like continue the heresy.
Heresy, brother.
Oh, every time I squeeze one of these tubes, it's like wiping my butt with a Codex. Oh God, that's actually hard to get out of there.
That's like the almost like the toothpaste tube that you used to have before it was 100% plastic, right?
Yeah, it's like that. They're foil. It's your basic oil base type paint tube, but the paint itself is actually way thicker than toothpaste.
So, all right, here's an honest question. Did you ever have one of those little
it's so damn thick
twist-
it's picking up the tray.
Oh my lord.
What?
I was wondering if you ever had one of those twist rods that you put onto the end of a roll, and you roll it up with that rod.
You know, I remember seeing those at one point in history. I have never been that lazy.
There have been so many times where I thought, this would be a lot simpler if I had one of those.
I was literally looking at some 3D prints from somebody the other day, and that was one of the things on his list of stuff that he could print was those rods. Okay, the black is so thick I can't even get it into the brush, so we're gonna mix a little water into it. The black paint kind of reminds me of grease, like you would use for packing bearings.
Okay.
It is, yeah. I'm trying to mix it, and all of it came out of the tray and stuck to the brush.
Oh, goodness. Rub some tar on it.
Oh, actually, that's a better analogy. It kind of has the consistency of tar, but it looks like it might actually cover. So, let's see. Was it this one? Let's see. We'll wipe it on there. Yeah, it was this one. All right. Oh wow, that's so bad. It's already starting to look like a paint job from 1994. It's so bad. The brush I'm using is pretty damn terrible too. And the blue paint's still not dry. So you don't paint this paint on. You put it on and smear it around. Like I totally just put that brush in my wash pot and I wasn't done with it. Yep. And it's still loaded with paint. Any other brand of paint?
Oh.
And it would be shot right now. The black paint does cover better than the blue paint did, though.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should repaint this guy in black and turn him into a Templar.
Ooh.
Just need to find a 3D print furry head first.
And I know exactly what you're going for there.
Yeah. Shout out to Flash Gits.
You gonna give it some replacement feet too?
Oh, we still need to do that. I never did put the. Anyways, have you seen what Flash Gits has come out with recently?
No, I haven't. The last time I watched them was when we binged it together.
They're bringing back the Angry Marines, which are a faction in Warhammer. Imagine Space Marines, just angry. Angry to the point of being hilarious. Like probably the funniest faction in the entire game, just because their anger is so over the top, it's comical.
More interesting to look at than the Skavens.
Yes. For starters, these guys look like Juggernaut made out of ping pong balls. with big angry face stickers on their helmets.
Oh, but what is it? Like the meme Rage Face?
Something like that. Let me see your face. Ew. Okay. So what colors am I missing? Yellow. God, I'm just torturing myself at this point. Oh, that cap's hard to get off. It's almost as hard to get off as your mom.
Whew. But that's not a thought that I'd like to imagine. Thank you.
Story time.
Oh.
You know how everybody's got like a Waffle House story in the South?
Oh God, I live in the North, and I even have Waffle House stories from the amount of time I've traveled.
So I'm sitting in a Waffle House one night, and I was younger. I'd been drinking, and I was just sitting there sobering up before I went home because didn't want to drive. Young man comes in, sits next to me, eat some food, drank, got talking. Really liked him. He was a little bit under half my age. Didn't think nothing about it. It was just really nice kid, pleasant conversation. I was enjoying myself talking to him. Had a good time. While we're sitting there, this lady walks in the door. And I recognize her. She comes, runs up, hugs me, says, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" Like, "Oh, I went out drinking. I'm just sitting here hanging out." Long story short, we were basically friends with benefits for a very long time.
Okay.
And when we stopped, it wasn't because we wanted to, it was because we just lived too damn far away from each other. And then lost track of each other.
All right.
Comes to find out, we're sitting here talking about stuff, me and her, and the kid's sitting at the low bar behind us. And I'd been sitting there chilling with him. I even paid for his food. She got talking if I was free and if I had time to hashtag some old memories.
Okay.
And then I looked at her and said, "I'm a little bit too drunk for you to do blah, 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 blah." The kid looks up and goes, "Oh my God, dude, that's my mom."
Oh no. I mean, the setup of talking about the kid being right there, I kind of figured that was where it was leaning, but oh my Lord.
Yeah, me and her were just standing there flirting, goofing off, and then I said something that went a little bit too far, and yeah, I think, God almighty, his belt buckle has a weenus now.
It's codpiece.
That paint is that thick.
Oh no.
It reminds me of Reaper Bones gel-based paint. I could see this being used for like You know, even if it is a bad product, products always have like a use. And I could totally see this paint being used for like weathering effects. Like to intentionally make something look like it's worn. You know, like the paint's
Okay.
intentionally fading off. I can't touch this blue paint without it just coming off with anything wet. All right. Oh. So what do you think about
Well,
it? I think that's about as good as it's going to get. But we tried.
well, I mean, the experiment was on how much detail you could get with the wide brush, right?
No. This was just using shit from a Dollar Tree. The worst paint I could
Okay.
find and the worst paintbrushes I could buy, or cheapest ones, anyways.
All right. So, I mean, it's something. I mean, I don't use paint, like pretty much ever.
It's great,
It
isn't it?
looks like something. It looks like something that I would expect to be able to do.
Yeah, it's wonderful. This is the best thing I've ever done. I mean, you can see the quality and craftsmanship here. That moment where you have to think whether or not I'm being serious is too funny.
You know, light smears here and there, a little bit of chipping. I'm sure the thick piece on the front will probably come off with a nail at some point.
Oh God, it lived. There we go.
Oh.
The legs are still alive.
Oh Lord! The next experiment,
Lieutenant,
obviously blowtorch, right?
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Oh, here we go. Ain't got no body. Just a little head.
You know that looks like it could be plastered on to the head of a Barbie, and you could do your own robot chicken skit with it.
Oh, here we go. The Torso Marine.
When thickness goes too far.
Oh God. Man, I'm telling you, those legs are stout. At least they came off the base. Now I got blue paint everywhere. I got paint on my shaft. Stronghold. This is an emergency. Yes. There is goo all over my shaft. Oh my God. I can't get it off. Well, I am right-handed.
Careful now, you don't want a friction burn.
Oh God, now it's on my hands. Oh, that's base. It's basic. The Pandemonium.
innuendo galore as well.
Oh, give him a hand.
Yeah.
How about two? I found his head, his legs, 2 arms. I'm still missing a few pieces. They just kind of shot everywhere. I actually didn't think they'd leave the spray booth, but, you know, it's whatever. Oh, man. Whoops.
I mean, obviously, some people take life too seriously, and they're gonna get upset at this, but
Nah.
you've got lots of figures. You got lots. It's not like you're exactly hurting.
No. You know, there's somebody gonna be watching this. If you got so many, why don't you contribute back to the neighborhood instead of putting gold rims on your jet ski? And to that I say, the chorus is on.
Can't put no gold rims on jet ski to begin with.
Yeah. My Space Marine. Oh my God.
Comparing the base coat versus the monstrosity that you had.
Well, these were Easy Fit Space Marines that came in like a magazine years ago. They're probably worth a fortune right now. That's why people are probably having a stroke. But I just thought of something.
Oh.
All right. Can you see this on the video?
What detail am I supposed to be focusing on?
Just
The schmutz at the bottom?
the Space Marine itself.
Okay.
Okay. Now listen to these words. Cotton Hill. We cut off his shins. You know, from King of the Hill.
Yes.
We can make a Cotton Hill Space Marine.
Done taught himself how to stop his heart on command.
I ain't got no shins.
Oh my goodness, it's been too long since I watched that show. Once upon a time, I could do an all right impression, but like I can't even picture the pitch that his voice is anymore. It's been that long.
That's a curious thing. Let's see here.
I completely forgot about the Reds.
The Reds?
Yeah.
Like Red Sox?
No. You've been using all these tubes, but the Red's the only one that hasn't been applied.
Okay. Let's at least give a fair squeeze at every color. Oh, that's impossible to get out of the tube. Dude, it looks like Play-Doh.
That's a lot of effort.
It looks like Play-Doh.
It is Play-Doh.
No, look. There you go. Zoomed in. It has the texture. It feels like Play-Doh.
You know what? Well, the instructions do say don't leave it with kids without supervision.
It also says it's non-toxic and that it's flammable.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what this looks like if I smear it on a base. I can't. Okay.
Too thick.
You know, I'm not doing it politically enough. I need to be more liberal.
Oh, are you saying you were too conservative?
You know, this would work good for a texture paste. Like if you were going for
Interesting.
some mud terrain, you could smear this
there you go.
around on a base and give it some texture, and then I don't know, after the paint dries, paint it with some real paint. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'm curious how easy this would be to clean up if a kid accidentally got it somewhere that it wasn't supposed to be. Like, would that be the intended purpose? Is as a child's paint?
Let's see. I've got some in this paintbrush over here. It's not coming out all that easy. I'm probably gonna have to soak these brushes in some LA Awesome. The issue is the paint is. I just stuck my finger in it. Like you can just wipe it off if it gets on you. It's a thick paste consistency.
But if it got on a carpet or on a table or something,
you could probably scrub it out.
Okay. As I was gonna say, get yourself a thick square canvas, right?
Okay.
Small portrait, right? And give these paints to your kid and say, go to town with it.
Oh, my son? He'd be mad. You know, he wouldn't like this texture.
Probably not.
No.
But
I mean, he's autistic. He'd be mad that I put his hands in it.
Well, yeah.
See if we can get all this on this one half of the base. Oh God, it's starting to look like some kind of McDonald's throw up party.
You got some of the special sauce with some mustard and ketchup.
Yeah, it's like mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup on here.
Oh my Lord. So, I got a joke for you. I went to Arby's recently, right?
I had that for lunch today.
And I looked over at their sauces and whatnot, and I'm looking, and they got horsey sauce. I'm like, man, that horsey sauce looks suspiciously a lot like glue. I hope its name wasn't Wilbur or Elmer.
I found the other half of the Space Marine, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
There you
go. Now we're missing is the front half. He doesn't have a torso. Oh Lord. Yeah, this was a bad idea.
I mean, end result, if you were using it to sculpt some rocky terrain, I suppose.
If I was doing like mud texture, so here's the other problem. I need to let this dry.
Right.
Like all clumped up like this.
Yes.
To see what it looks like. And after it dries, I need to get it wet and see if it reactivates. Because this could be used for base terrain, texture paste, stuff like that. But at the same time, if you don't have to, don't. I mean, Apple Barrel, any kind of like large bottle craft paint from Walmart, Home Depot would probably be better than this.
For every application that we've come up with so far.
You could use it to tint something. Well, you really wouldn't even want to do that because it's too thick.
Well, I mean, experimentation is experimentation, and in your mind, you haven't really lost out on anything, right?
No. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this miserable excuse of a naughty Play-Doh fun factory. I mean, it's got the texture and consistency of poop. Literal poop. It's colored crap.
I know you said that your kid would not like the texture of it, but I know plenty of kids that do like that kind of texture.
Well, I mean, I have a special needs child. You work with special needs children. I mean, if you want it, I'll mail it to you.
No, thanks.
It costs more to mail it than it costs to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we got a Dollar Tree. It's just that I'd have to go searching.
I'm sure there is some type of paint at the Dollar Tree that is good and useful. I just have not found one yet that is not. So, if you add water to this, it reacts like a gel-based paint, which could be useful for wet blending. The problem is it doesn't want to stick to anything.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
And it's not that it just doesn't want to stick, because after it dries, I mean, it's on there. I mean, it does rub off if you try hard enough. But the amount of coats you would have to do to get an even color is just unthinkable.
I mean, I could try going to a bunch of discount stores near me, because I mean, we've got the 50-cent Bush, we got Dollar General, we got.
Did you say 50-cent Bush?
Yep. Dollar Tree.
50-cent Bush. Sounds like a hooker in Florida.
But there's several others, right? I forget if it's a Family Fare or Family Value or something like that. There's a couple of those around as well, and I mean, Five Below is active where I'm at too, so I could try finding a variety of different discount stores. Right?
I just had a weird curiosity, and then I swear I'm done with this paint.
I know in Canada we would go to their version of a dollar store. I mean, they got several of them, but like Dollarama was the big one that we went to, and we found all sorts of good stuff.
Dollarama is so much better than the Dollar Tree. We don't have them down here, but I have been to one before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, that's one of the reasons why craft YouTubers from Canada suck for Americans. Because they get so much of their craft stuff from Dollarama. And then, they're telling the majority of their viewers, which are American, just go to the craft store and, your Dollar Tree, Dollarama, blah, blah, blah. You can pick up this. Like, dude, the closest thing we've got is like a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General. And, Dollar General definitely ain't $1.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff at Dollarama is $4 too.
Yeah.
But,
But still, I mean, they have a lot more interesting stuff. I mean, you can buy decent core foam there and all sorts of crap. Which, I mean, we got the same core foam, I think.
Yeah. The acrylic paints up there are phenomenal. Like, they do their job. But But you can, if you paint on a glossy surface, it's still going to scratch off,
Well, I'm wondering right now how this stuff will work as gap filler. And I mixed some blue and yellow, and oddly enough, it looks about the same color as green stuff.
Okay.
No. Well, if I'm being honest, it just does not want to stick to plastic.
And maybe that's the issue that we're having is unintended materials, right?
Well, I mean, it says craft paint. It doesn't say use on canvas, use on paper.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it has any type of usage instructions. Conforms to ASTM D, and apparently it's non-toxic. Okay, this is funny. So you know how a lot of times products say made in the USA or made in? In this,
Right.
It says in USA, in Canada, made in China.
Yep.
I guess that's a workaround. It is in America. It is in Canada. But it's made in China.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We smashed a space marine. The world is a slightly better place now. A tornado outside sounds like it's getting better.
This isn't where you come out to the viewers and say, I'm a lizard folk player.
No, this is where I show them my thing.
A thing!
Live on TV or YouTube. Doing. So, next video is probably going to be dry brushing this guy. I've got a friend that...
All right.
I get constant requests for dry brush videos, and I've done so many. But, I'd rather make something people need, even if they are too lazy to go backtrack and look at some of my older, more interesting videos. But,
well, I mean, there's the thing is, yes, they could go directly to your channel and dig back through the archives, right? And I guess the problem with a lot of channels is some channels have a lot of videos, and it can be hard to know what you're looking for if the titles are not very specific to what you're typing for.
it's It's specific, and it's in categories. Just go to miniature related and scroll down. Part of the issue is descriptions.
Okay.
It's not allowing us, or some of us. It really does depend on the size of your channel and how old it is. My channel's not old enough. It's not allowing me to put links in descriptions. This is a newer thing. Like, I can't link my Discord in the description, so I have to post the Discord into the comments. Which, by the way, like and subscribe if you made it this far. Link to the Discords in the comments section below. Just beneath my thing.
The thing!
He's throwing... Can you see what he's doing? He's throwing a Porto John.
Oh, that's what that is? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's portable pooper. I kind of wish the door was open. So
are you saying this is the thing beneath the seat?
Uh-huh. I wish the door was open so you could stick a guy in there. Or at least be able to see this pipe going down the backside.
Oh my goodness. Oh, could you imagine getting yourself a little circle buzz and actually cut that out yourself?
Mm-hmm. If this door was open and that pipe was actually going all the way down like it does in a real Porto John, I would go in there with a fine point brush and point a giant arrow at the tube and write Jose's drinking straw. Because that has been in every Porto John I've ever walked into in my life.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, as a contractor, I've obviously been in quite a handful of these things.
Right.
Yeah, it's always somebody's drinking straw. And then on the back of the toilet seat says lower management position or something like that.
Well, it sounds like a real crappy job.
Yeah, it kind of certainly is. All right. I think I'm going to end this one. You going to stick around for a little bit?
I can stick around for maybe another 10 minutes or so.
Okay, because I'm definitely walking out to that tornado. I need a cigarette. If you guys have made it this far in the video, go to the comments section. Link to the Discord. It's free. I don't monetize shit. Like and subscribe. Or go to the comment section and tell me how much you hate me. Thumbs down, thumbs up. I don't care. Either one. Have a great day. Have a great week. If you're sitting in this weather, I hope you make it through it. Softball size hail sucks. Y'all have a wonderful day, night, week, life. Later.
See ya.
Later. Later, nerds.
Bye.